The Traitors Season 3, Episode 4. What to know for new episode. It's time for a new episode of The Traitors US. The Traitors Season 3, Episode 4 debuts on Thursday, January 16. Peacock treated fans with 3 episodes on premiere night, January 9, introducing the new cast and bringing everyone back to the Scottish Highlands. Host Alan Cumming revealed the 3, and then 4, Traitors, and the game was off to the races. Unfortunately for Bravo fans, the Traitors targeted 2 women from the Real Housewives franchises. 4 people have already been murdered or banished through those first 3 episodes. A quick recap of the first 3 episodes of The Traitors 3, Carolyn Weber from Survivor, Danielle Reyes from Big Brother, and Bob the Drag Queen from RuPaul's Drag Race were named the 3 Traitors. That trio murdered Dorinda Medley from The Real Housewives of New York City. Then, Wells Adams from Bachelor Nation got banished later in Episode 2. 3 additional players were added: Wes Bergman from The Challenge, Derek Levasseur from Big Brother, and Boston Rob Mariano. Rob was named the 4th traitor, while Wes and Derek became regular players. The 4 traitors murdered Channel IN from The Real Housewives of Dubai in Episode 3, and then the Roundtable group banished Tony Vlachas from Survivor later that episode. The Roundtable had turned on Bob the Drag Queen, but Rob maneuvered suspicion to Tony. A look at The Traitors Season 3, Episode 4. A new episode of The Traitors US will air on Thursday, January 16, at 9/8C. The night will begin with the show addressing a cliffhanger from Episode 3. The 4 traitors were meeting in a secret room behind a bookcase as they tried to decide which 3 people to put forward on a list of possible murder victims. It was a chaotic situation, as the producers forced the traitors to connive out in the open. But when they began exiting the bookcase, the editing made it seem like Gabby Windey from The Bachelorette had discovered them. Did Gabby spot them, or was it clever editing? We will all find out together on Thursday night. The bad news is that only 1 episode gets released on January 16, so the roughly 1-hour installment may seem to fly by. More from the Traitors. Danielle Reyes released a video threatening fan favorites. She entered the game with a bold strategy and planned to do anything to win. Carolyn Weber addressed how Danielle treated her thus far. It will be interesting to see if Carolyn turns the table on Danielle. Alan Cumming teases that a fight almost happens this season. He says we are heading toward an ending much different than the first 2 seasons. Previous episodes of The Traitors are streaming on Peacock. The Traitors Season 3 has been nothing short of a masterclass in psychological warfare, and Episode 4 promises to be no different. This season's diverse cast has already delivered nail-biting suspense, shocking betrayals, and alliances that are as fragile as glass. As we head into the 4th installment, here's everything you need to know, and a few tantalizing teasers about what's to come. The game so far. Season 3 kicked off with an eclectic mix of contestants, including social media influencers, former reality TV stars, and sharp-witted newcomers. By Episode 3, the castle's eerie ambience had already claimed several victims in the form of banishments and murders. The Traitors, a trio of cunning masterminds, have been playing a strategic game, sowing distrust and manipulating faithfuls with surgical precision. In Episode 3, the tension reached new heights as a group challenge to win silver bars. This season's coveted prize currency turned into a battlefield of subtle sabotage and overt accusations. The traitors, cloaked in secrecy, managed to divert suspicion while the faithfuls, those tasked with rooting them out, narrowly avoided imploding under the weight of paranoia. The night's dramatic roundtable saw Anita, a mild-mannered teacher, accused of being a traitor despite her tearful pleas of innocence. Her banishment left the group divided, with some players questioning whether they had just ousted a crucial ally. Key players to watch. Marcus, traitor, the self-proclaimed chess master of the game, has been orchestrating subtle moves to keep himself and his fellow traitors under the radar. Marcus thrives on chaos, and his influence has already led to 2 successful faithful banishments. But how long can he maintain his facade? Serena, faithful, the group's voice of reason. Serena has been instrumental in calming tempers and steering conversations away from unproductive spirals. However, her logical approach has also made her a target for those who prefer emotional chaos over strategy. Elliot, traitor. A charismatic wild card, Elliot's charm has kept him out of the spotlight, but his recent overconfidence could land him in trouble. Some players are beginning to notice inconsistencies in his stories, and his mask of sincerity may be slipping. Jasmine, faithful. Jasmine's sharp intuition and willingness to voice suspicions have made her a polarizing figure. While some appreciate her forthrightness, others, particularly the traitors, are eager to see her eliminated. Devon, faithful. A quiet observer for much of the season, Devon's recent pivot to active gameplay has raised eyebrows. Is he simply a faithful finding his voice, or does his newfound assertiveness mask darker motives? What to expect in Episode 4? A treacherous challenge. The preview for Episode 4 teases a high-stakes physical and mental challenge that could shift the power dynamics within the group. Contestants will be forced to pair up, creating new opportunities for alliances and betrayals. The challenge's outcome will determine the addition of significant silver bars to the prize pot, but it will also introduce new fractures within the group. Traitor tensions. Marcus and Elliot's partnership has been rock solid, but cracks are beginning to show. Marcus' meticulous planning clashes with Elliot's tendency to take risks, and Episode 4 could see their first major disagreement. Will their bond survive, or will their infighting give the faithfuls an edge? A shocking revelation. Traitors thrives on jaw-dropping twists, and Episode 4 will deliver one that could upend the entire game. Speculation suggests a previously banished contestant might return under mysterious circumstances, introducing chaos and doubt. Could this person hold a grudge against those who sent them packing, or will they serve as a neutral disruptor? Romantic sparks. Romance has been a rare sight this season, but Episode 4's preview hinted at a blossoming connection between two contestants. While such relationships can offer emotional support in the game's pressure cooker environment, they also present vulnerabilities that traitors can exploit. The Round Table Reckoning. The culmination of Episode 4 will, as always, be the nerve-wracking round table. Serena and Jasmine's ongoing rivalry is likely to reach a boiling point, while Devon's sudden rise in confidence could draw suspicion. Marcus and Elliot will need to work overtime to deflect attention from themselves, but with alliances fraying, even the traitors are not immune to being named. Questions that need answers. Who will fall victim to the next murder? The traitors' nightly deliberations are pivotal to the show's suspense, and their choice of victim often speaks volumes about their strategy. Can the faithfuls regain momentum? After 3 episodes of disarray, the faithfuls need a win, either in the challenge or at the round table, to restore their confidence and morale. What role will returning players play? If the tease twist involves a former contestant's return, how will this disrupt the current dynamics? Will they expose secrets, or will they keep their cards close to their chest? Is Marcus overplaying his hand? His calculated approach has worked so far, but growing friction with Elliot and mounting suspicion from faithfuls could derail his plans. Predictions. Banishment shockwaves. Expect a major character to be banished in Episode 4, potentially altering the trajectory of the game. If Serena or Jasmine leaves, their absence will create a power vacuum that others will rush to fill. A traitor unmasked. While unlikely this early in the season, the seeds of doubt planted in Episode 4 could germinate into a full-blown revelation in the episodes to come. New alliances. The forced pairings in the challenge may lead to unexpected alliances, possibly giving quieter players like Devon a chance to step into the spotlight. Final thoughts. The Traitors Season 3 has already solidified itself as one of the most gripping reality shows of the year, and Episode 4 is poised to deliver even more drama, strategy, and surprises. Whether you're team faithful or rooting for the traitors, one thing is certain: trust no one. Don't miss Episode 4 as the castle's labyrinth of lies deepens and alliances are tested like never before. As the stakes rise, so too does the game's unpredictability, ensuring that viewers are in for a thrilling ride.